Good morning, everybody. Prepper Nurse One here, and Miss Hella. It is Friday. It is the 19th of August, 2022. I hope everybody is doing well, and I hope you all are having a good day. Just want to get up here and make a video for you guys this morning, and actually, I wanted to talk about prioritizing. If you are in a survival situation, what your priorities should be. And so that's something that I figured. I said, well, we're going to make a video about that. So what you have to understand, first of all, we have the rule of three. Okay? It is 3 minutes without oxygen. It is 3 hours of exposure and 3 weeks without food. Okay? That's how long you can survive in those type of situations. So that's something that you need to really think about. And it's 3 days, 3 days without water. So that being said, the first priority always needs to be in a survival situation is shelter. Shelter has to be the priority, depending on the time of year. Of course, it's going to make a big difference, but the last thing that you want to deal with is being out in a situation and then all of a sudden, if it starts to rain and you get wet, you can actually freeze to death even in the summertime. If you're laying on the ground directly, the ground temperature is actually cooler than your body temperature, and that will suck the heat out of your body. So those are things that people need to think about, they need to remember as well. So having a shelter, being up off of the ground is really important. You can use pine trees for that with the pine boughs, and put them down is a layer to protect you from the ground, and it also is going to help you. Obviously, you can build something that is elevated off of the ground as well, and those type of things. So shelter's always going to be number one. So that's your number one priority. Number two is going to be water after that, because without fresh water, in 3 days we are dead. All right. So you need to really, and making sure that that water is not tainted, that it is drinkable water, that you're going to be able to, utilize that, and you're going to be okay. So that's going to be, like I said, that's going to be your second priority is water. Once you get water squared away, then you're going to be looking. You can take some time with food, but obviously we all like to eat, and we like to eat on a regular basis. So food is going to be right up there, getting a food source, but you're going to need some form of protection. There are wild animals out in the woods that can do you damage if you are not paying attention. So having some way to protect yourself from predators is going to be right up there as well. But those are things that you have to think about ahead of time, because like I said again, being able to keep yourself safe and keep protected is going to be really important. And but like I said, you're definitely going to have to get a food source so that you can deplete the calories that you are burning by making sure your shelter is good. Obviously having a fire is going to be really important as well. That's part of the protection thing as well. Also psychologically being able to have a fire, okay, so having a fire is going to be good for making sure you can boil water so that you're going to get rid of pathogens that way. But also, like I said, psychologically at night when it's going to get colder, it's going to make a difference. And again, that's going to also depend on the time of year. So if you are, later in the year and it's cold, fire is going to be right up there with importance as far as, making sure that you can survive, get your shelter, get that fire going and those type of things. But like fire psychologically is a huge thing, but it's really important as well. I would always encourage everybody out there. I'll give you an idea. There's 3 things that I carry in my pocket at all times. I carry a Swiss Army knife, I carry a lighter, and I also carry chapstick. So why chapstick, right? I'm gonna make sure my lips are good. Well, actually, chapstick is also a very good fire starter. So, you know, that can be used in that emergency situation. You can break off a piece of the chapstick and that's going to burn for a decent amount of time to get a fire going for you. But those are 3 things that I have with me at all times. You know, on my key ring, which obviously I generally have my keys with me at all time too. You know, I have the can opener, the P38 I think it's called, can opener. I also keep a tick key on my keychain. So if you're out in the woods and you get ticks on you, you're going to be able to get the ticks off of you completely. And, you know, because if you just pull a tick off, maybe the head stays in, and that's not good. You don't want that. But with a tick key, you can put that over the tick. You can get the entire tick out of you, and that's going to make a big, big difference. So just some tips that way that I think are important. But and I'm not a smoker, so I don't smoke cigarettes. So you know, but having a lighter on you at all times is just a smart move. Obviously, if you're flying, you're not obviously going to be able to have a lighter anymore. The first thing I would do when I landed wherever I was, though, I would get a lighter. That's you know, like I said, that would be a priority. So just some things to think about. I think that they're important. You know, you have to prioritize. If you're in a, so what's going to happen is you're in an emergency situation. Panic is going to be the first thing. Most people are going to panic. Oh my God, what am I going to do? What should I do? So the first thing you actually need to do in any of those type of situations is sit down, think about what you need to do. Assess your situation. Stop. Assess your situation. Figure out what I have available to me. Seriously. This freaking dog. You are too needy. Go on. I don't want you up on top of me. Oh, you're something else. All right. So come on, Hella, stop. Assessing your situation, looking at what supplies you have or what you don't have. Seriously, God, you know what, dog? Drive me nuts sometimes. Can't sit down because then she's got to be in my lap. So I guess I'll stand again for the rest of this video. But anyhow, you know, assessing where you're at, looking at your situation, figuring out where you are, and then prioritizing what you need to do. Do you shelter in place? Do you try to walk out of your situation? Are you near a river? Generally, water will travel down to larger bodies of water, and you can follow those down. It's going to take you to civilization at some point because most places where there's water, civilizations are. So, a few things to think about. I would like to hear your feedback on this video, and I want to hear what you guys have to think. Like I said, there's definitely things that are important that we need to be focusing on, and I think that that is a good thing. So, don't panic is a key, though. That is definitely going to be a key. All right? So, anyway, folks, remember, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we will absolutely be in much, much better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to do, you can do it. The only person that's going to stop you is you. That's it. Nobody else. Stay positive. Stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. I hope you all have a great day. I am live streaming tonight at 8 p.m., so I would encourage you to join me then. I did forget to mention that in the beginning of this video. So hopefully I will see you all tonight. Prepper Nurse 1, out.